Sit in an empty room. No music, no screens, no food. Just you and the silence. How long can you last before your skin starts to crawl? How long before your hand subconsciously reaches into your pocket, searching for a glowing piece of glass to numb your brain? 2 minutes, maybe 5. You think you are a free man. You think you make your own choices. But the terrifying reality is that your brain has been hijacked. You are currently locked inside a chemical prison, and you don't even realize it because the bars are completely invisible. Let's talk about dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical. They are wrong. Dopamine is the motivation molecule. It is the evolutionary fuel that drove our ancestors to hunt massive beasts, build civilizations, and conquer oceans. It is the chemical of desire, of effort, and of the grind. When you have healthy dopamine levels, doing hard work feels deeply satisfying. Building your empire feels incredibly rewarding. But look at what the modern world has done to you. Corporations have weaponized your own biology against you. They have engineered apps, video games, porn, and processed junk food to flood your brain with massive, unnatural spikes of dopamine with absolutely zero effort. You press a button, and your brain gets the same chemical reward as if you just won a war. You swipe a screen, and you feel the same rush as if you just conquered a new territory. You are constantly giving your brain the reward of a king while living the life of a peasant. And here is the tragedy. Your brain adapts. It builds a tolerance. Because you are constantly flooding your system with cheap, artificial highs, your baseline dopamine drops to the floor. The receptors in your brain burn out. Suddenly, the real world becomes unbearably gray. Reading a book feels like torture. Going to the gym feels impossible. Working on your business feels like moving a mountain. You no longer have the biological fuel to endure the pain of discipline because you wasted it all on 15-second videos and artificial pixels. You haven't lost your potential. You haven't lost your talent. You have simply allowed the modern world to chemically castrate your ambition. Welcome to the silent grind. Today, we take the needle out of your arm. Today, we starve the addiction. We are going to execute a brutal, uncompromising dopamine detox. The first few hours of the detox will deceive you. You will feel motivated. You will feel like a monk who has mastered his own mind. But then, the afternoon hits. The silence in the room starts to feel suffocating. This is when the parasite inside your brain realizes it is starving. And this is when the real war begins. Your brain will start to negotiate with you. It will tell you that checking your email is productive. It will convince you that looking up a quick fact is necessary. It will whisper that you deserve just 5 minutes of entertainment because you have been so disciplined today. Do not listen. The itch you feel in your fingertips, the tightness in your chest, the overwhelming anxiety of doing absolutely nothing, that is the withdrawal. That is the sound of your dopamine receptors crying out for the cheap, artificial garbage you have been feeding them for years. To find the joy in the hard work, you must first survive the void of boredom. We have been conditioned to be terrified of being bored. But boredom is not a punishment. Boredom is a biological reset button. When you strip away the digital noise, you force your brain to return to its natural state. You are performing surgery on your own mind, burning away the fried, overstimulated receptors to make room for new growth. If you can sit in that discomfort, if you can let the parasite starve without giving in, something miraculous happens. Your baseline dopamine levels begin to heal. The fog lifts, and suddenly, the world changes. Because you are no longer blasting your brain with the artificial high of a glowing screen. Your mind starts desperately searching for stimulation in the real world. This is the secret that the elite 1% understand. When you starve yourself of cheap pleasure, the hard work becomes the pleasure. Suddenly, lifting heavy iron in a cold gym doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like a primal victory. Sitting down for 3 hours of deep, uninterrupted work doesn't feel like torture. It feels like building an empire. The friction, the struggle, and the grind become the very things that give you a high. You stop running from the pain of effort, and you start craving it. You reclaim the mind of a hunter. You realize that true, lasting joy is not found in consuming what others have made. True joy is found in the brutal, beautiful process of building yourself into a weapon. The detox is not a vacation from your bad habits. It is the permanent execution of your former self. Now that your mind is clear and your receptors are healing, you must build a fortress to protect it. The modern world will not stop trying to hijack your attention. The algorithms will only get smarter. The temptations will only get stronger. You must become completely militant about what you allow into your brain. From this moment on, you operate on a new set of laws. Rule number 1, the sacred dawn. For the first 2 hours of your day, your phone does not exist. You do not check messages. You do not look at the news. You do not let the artificial chaos of the world dictate your mindset. You wake up, you face the silence, and you attack the hardest task of the day while your mind is pure and your focus is lethal. You earn your morning. Rule number 2, earn your dopamine. From this day forward, pleasure is no longer a free commodity. It is a prize. You do not get to relax until the iron has been lifted. You do not get to consume entertainment until you have produced something of massive value. You must tie your chemical rewards directly to your physical and mental suffering. You train your brain exactly like a war dog. It only gets fed after the hunt. Rule number 3, seek the friction. When you are deep in the work and you hit a wall, your weak mind will beg for a distraction. It will scream for a quick hit of social media to escape the frustration. That exact moment is where the war is won or lost. When you feel the friction, you do not pull away. You lean into it. You use the frustration to forge an unbreakable level of focus. You must understand that the modern man is weak because his life is too frictionless. He wants the reward without the sacrifice. He wants the muscle without the tear. But you have woken up. You see the matrix for what it is. You are no longer a consumer. Consumers are prey. They exist to be manipulated and harvested by corporations. You are a builder. You are a weapon. And you have finally found the ultimate high. The undeniable, raw, magnificent high of doing the hard work and watching your empire rise from the dirt. Stay focused, starve the distractions, and stay cold. You have watched this far. You have listened to the philosophy. You understand the science of your own addiction. But let me expose one final trap before you leave. Right now, your brain is tricking you again. It is giving you a hit of dopamine just for watching a video about discipline. You feel productive simply because you are listening to the truth. You feel like a warrior just because you agree with what is being said. But listening is not execution. Understanding the matrix does not mean you have escaped it. The real test begins the exact moment this video ends. When the screen goes black, what will you do? Will you immediately scroll down to the comments to seek validation? Will you click on another video to keep the digital noise playing in the background? Will you immediately reach for your phone to fill the sudden silence? If you do, you have learned absolutely nothing. You are still a slave. Here is your final directive. I challenge you to a complete 24-hour blackout. No cheap dopamine, no endless scrolling, no artificial stimulation. Shut down the machine. Unplug the wires from your mind. Walk into the cold, gray reality, and do not retreat until you have conquered the silence. You are standing at a crossroads. Down one path is the comfortable life of a consumer, a man who slowly rots away in a digital cage, giving his energy to corporations that do not care if he lives or dies. Down the other path is the brutal, lonely, and magnificent life of a creator, a man who builds his empire with cold, calculated precision, a man who finds his ultimate pleasure not in the consumption of garbage, but in the glorious agony of hard work. Only you can make the choice. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to snatch the phone out of your hand. If you are ready to take the oath, if you are ready to starve the parasite and reclaim your absolute sovereignty, leave your mark in the shadows before you disappear into the work. Type, I reclaim my mind. Subscribe to the channel. Join the rare brotherhood of men who still know how to suffer for greatness. Kill the noise, execute the mission, and stay cold.